This is a live cricket scoreboard. It tracks runs, overs, and run rate instantly. I did not write the state management or the calculation math. I defined the data flow, and Agentic AI tools built the logic in 30 minutes. Let me show you how. First, we will look at the architecture of our application, that is Gully Cricket Scoreboard full stack application. So first we have our front end where we will be able to add the matches, balls and all. And we have the backend where it will take care of the business logic. It will create work on the run rate and its calculation. And then we have the database and we are using Postgres database here and we'll be using Docker for setting up the database. And in the database, we have matches, deliveries, tables. So frontend will be interacting with the backend using HTTP, and backend will be interacting with database using TypeORM. So this is the whole architecture of our application, full stack application. We'll move into the implementation part. So coming to the implementation part, we'll come to our master prompts. So first we'll look at the initialization of the project. What I'll do is I'll finish this setup and I'll move to the end. Once this is done, I'll continue our video. As in the past two videos, you have seen how I'll be creating the front end and the back end. Uh, Creating the front end project and the back end project. So this is exactly same as it is, but in mostly the same packages, but it is taking a lot of time in the video for this process. So I'll start implementing it, but I'll cut the video, and once the implementation is done, I'll continue our uh, tutorial. Yeah, coming back again to the tutorial. So I'm done finishing the setup process. So this is exactly same as our previous videos, the setup. So you can work on implementing them. First, I've created the project of frontend. So here we can see our frontend folder, and we can run the application and see if our frontend is working or not. CD cricket frontend. So npm run dev. So here on coming here, we are able to see our application is up and running, our front end. So now front end is done. We'll open another terminal. So now we'll go to the back end. So cricket backend npm run start dev. So our backend application is also running, and moving back here, and we'll load this and see. Once we'll try to make changes in both the files, the front end and the back end. Once coming back to here, and in the front end main.tsx, we'll come to JSX. So here, get started. Get started. How do we change it? Get started with learning by doing. Yes. So we'll change this. Get started with learning by doing. Yes, and we'll come to the backend, and in backend also we'll change the service here also. Hello world. Hello. Learning by doing world. Hello learning by doing world. So now both the applications will be restarting actually. And we'll come to our browser and say we'll make the call. So here we are able to see hello learning by doing world, whatever changes we made. And here as well, if you see get started with learning by doing, we are able to see this as well. So both our applications are front end and back end are up and running. So moving on to the next, we'll minimize this and we'll come to our prompt. So coming back here, if you see, first we have our planning prompt. So this is exactly same as our previous thing, planning prompt. I have I have a Vite frontend in this particular folder as we have seen, and NestJS backend in this particular folder of Cricket backend, and an empty Docker compose. So this is the empty Docker compose file we are telling it. Read the existing folder structure and key files. The same thing. We are telling the agent to read the whole folder. Create a clear numbered implementation plan. This is our goal here, to understand how it will be implementing it, and explain how the front-end React state will handle quick button tapping while keeping synced with the backend. So this small explanation will see it as well. Do not write any code yet, just output the plan. So here is the prompt. We'll copy it and paste it and see what it does. So before this, what we'll try to do is, once we will again open another thing. So we have git status. We have many of these files. So git add full stop. As you can see from the previous videos as well, we have uh, the repo also linked in the description. You can look at them as well later. So coming back to the prompt, we are sending it to the coding agent. So the coding agent is working on it. So we'll see what it is thinking. So if you click on this, how agent is thinking. Okay, it is asking our permission. We'll give it. So agent tool is explore the project at specific location. The full folder file tree, it is trying to say. Content of the agent will be doing all these tasks one after another. Be thorough, list every file you can find. So it itself, the thinking has given the agent of all these tasks. So one after another, the agent will be working on it. So if you track up to the above, so that is the thing. So if you see first thing tree, so the tree command, the full tree, and then bash list all the files excluding node modules. So here if you see files, that's what it is telling. Next, moving on to next, it is main.ts file. It is reading the main.ts file. It's reading the master prompt. Read main.jsx file. Read app.css file. All, it is saying get all directories including node modules, git and dist. So it's trying to understand what are there in this particular folder. So next step, what it is doing, now I have a complete picture of the project. Let me also check the master prompt file to understand the intended scope. It has read it as well. And current status. So it is giving us the current status. Docker compose.yml is an empty file, needs PostgreSQL. Cricket backend is a NestJS 11 scaffolded, no entities, no DB configuration, nothing. Cricket frontend, Vite plus React 19 scaffolded, Tailwind plus Axios installed default template, nothing much. So here is our implementation plan. So one after another, we have 4 plans that are implemented, and it is structured as how it will be laying out the UI as well. What files will be included. Confirm when you're ready, and I'll execute all 4 phases in one shot. If you observe one thing, we have given it an implementation plan only, but it is still, if we give yes, it will start working on implementing everything. But we will again give our master prompt, one shot build prompt to it, as it will use the same thing as well, as it has read this particular file as well previously. It will work on this as well in continuation. So here confirm when you're ready, and I'll execute all 4 phases in one shot. Continue with implementation of the following. So if you see, we have given a prompt. So it is thinking, let me implement all four phases. I'll use the to do right tool to track progress and then implement everything. Let me start by writing all the files needed. So it will start in this order one after another. Docker compose backend files with app.module.ts, main.ts. So first we'll try to see if this update Docker compose is already updated. No, it is not. If you scroll down, it is thinking and okay, yeah, it started writing. If you see, the first file is updated, the Docker compose. If you scroll above, yeah, so updated to do. If you scroll a bit more above, what it is trying to say, let me implement all the phases now. I'll start by creating all the files in parallel where possible. Let me plan out all the files I need to create. So these are the files that it need to create one after another. There are 22 files almost. And update to do. So this is the to-do list it will be working on one after another. So first it worked on implementing docker compose.yml. As we seen, we are able to see the data. And then write NestJS main.ts with cors and swagger. So that is also implemented. So write NestJS. So if you scroll to the bottom and see, so that is also implemented. Will once come to the particular file where it has written. It read the file and go up, go up, go up. So here it worked on writing. Yeah, here if you see, starting to write this particular file. And I'll write field. Okay, write field. Again, we'll click on this. It is not opening. So copy and control P and paste this. It is going long back. Okay, let me do what to do. So gully 15 lines it has written, coming back to the main.ts file. So here it is. What it is writing, NestJS main with cors and swagger. So if we see here, this is the swagger code and this is the cors code. That's what it has implemented actually. And then scrolling a bit down, next it will be working on app write with TypeORM, app.module.ts with TypeORM. So we'll go to app.module.ts with TypeORM. We are able to see the TypeORM. It is using TypeORM. It is linking to the database that is running using Postgres. So we have given type as Postgres because our database is Postgres. And scrolling a bit down as well, we are able to see it saying, now I have all the files read. Let me write all the backend and frontend files. I'll do them in parallel possible. I think this is the previous one that we have read, right? Or not? I think it's not. It's again writing, giving us the list of things it will be doing. So this is the description it has, and moving further, what files it has implemented. Right, app.module, we have seen app.module. Next it will be writing the right match entity DTO service controller module. So once we'll go to the match, so here if you see, we have match module, match.module.ts, and it will have the controller. If you click control and click on the controller, we are navigated to the controller with the post call for matches, for creating a match and uh, getting the score of the match, get score as well. And from here, if we click on control create, we'll be again redirected to service code. So here is the service code, this dot match repo dot save, and get score, this is the another API. So here it has built the logic as well, overall logic, you know. So if you scroll down to the bottom, come down, so that is done. Match control module is done. Now we'll go to the delivery also. If you see, module is created, controller, and here we have the service as well. And once if you see delivery dot entity, so these are the details it will be storing in each delivery. Every delivery will have an ID. After ID runs, it will have, is it a wicket, is it a wide, is it a no ball, what is the match ID, to which match this particular ball delivery belongs to, and many to one. So one delivery, a match will have many deliveries. So if it is a 20 hours match, each match will be of six balls. So 20 into 6, that is 120 balls. So 120 records will be linked to one match itself. So that's the relation of the database. And scrolling down to the bottom, if you see, a all till where match is done. Here delivery is also done. Now write react frontend app.jsx. So now we'll minimize this and we'll come to app.jsx. So if you see here app.jsx, it got updated. The UI got updated. Yeah, all done. It is saying all done. Here is the summary of everything that was written. Files created, modified. Everything is done. So we need to run the command. So first command, as we see, Docker Compose, we have to first up our Docker Compose. So once we'll see our Docker Compose. So this is from yesterday actually, code splitter. I'm trying to stop it and it will not reflect with ours, but I'm just stopping it. So I'm in the root folder and I'm running the Docker Compose up. So as we see, Docker Compose is up. New Docker instance is container has been created for Gully Cricket Scoreboard. This is and this is it. Now we can connect to it in 5435. Now again we have to come to our dbeaver. Where is our dbeaver? Here it is. So now here we'll create one more. We'll come back here. We'll create one more. So getting back here, once we'll go to the Docker Compose file to get the credentials once. So 5435 is the port. So 5435 is the port, local host itself, and DB name is cricket underscore DB. And we'll update this as cricket underscore DB. Username is Postgres and password is password 123. And here it is. And one more change I think that's needed here is, okay, I think this is reflected. Actually yesterday we got some time legacy issue, something like this we have enabled and it worked. Now it's working by default. Okay, let it be. Going back, oh shit, moving forward again, coming back to main. Yeah, all are there. Again we'll test it. Yes, now moving finish. Now we are able to connect it to our database. So here if you see, we have schema, public, tables. The tables are not yet created. So once what we'll do, we'll get back to first to our database. Our database is up now. Now we'll come to our backend. We'll stop it and again we'll run npm run start dev. This is the front end, right? Okay, we'll run the front end same as is. So here it is run. It is leading to some error backend. So once I'll try to stop it and I'll rerun it. So we'll see what's happening. So what is it saying? Okay, it found zero errors. Watching for, okay, cool. Now everything is fine. So here if you see it's saying backend is running on port localhost 3000 and the Swagger as well. So coming back to our UI, our browser and verifying. So here we don't have this right now. So we'll have /API. This is a backend that is running. Yeah. And moving on to the front end, this is our front end Kelly Cricket. Yeah. So should we say we'll start testing our application? So as we see, this is a backend is running and front end is also running. We'll try to create a match with India, right, and England, these two teams. And okay, for now we'll make it as 1 over only and start the match. So if you see, we have start the match as well. The match is between India versus England. And once we'll come, okay, once we'll reload, yeah, here we are able to see, coming back to the database, we'll see if tables are created in the dbeaver client. Here we are able to see first matches. So when we click on the match, we have match details. Yeah, we can see the match details. The team one is India and England. And do we have any deliveries? We'll see. There are no deliveries because we did not interact with them yet. For example, first ball is 4. We have run a 4. And next one is a wide, for example. There is a wide as well. And we'll next ball is a dot ball. Only 2 balls were done because 1 ball was wide. Current run rate is also calculated here. And again it is a dot, for example. And then we are done with 3 balls right now. And again we'll click on a 6. We're able to see here a 6. And again it is a dot ball. And we again got a 4. Over is done. Innings over. Final score is 16 of 0 in 1 over. So now we'll this one innings is finished. Now it is not enabling us for the second innings. So should we implement that as well? Okay, we'll put that on hold and we'll come back to the front end. Okay, we'll come back here, and we'll see the database first. We are able to see the details. So which ball is done for what, and there was one white ball that we have given, that is wide, and there is no ball that we have given. So these are the details. So here our implementation is done actually. So we can test the same from here as well. What delivery? Okay, this creating and get a list of scores. So create by ID, and what is the one, I think right here, what is a match ID. So coming back to the database and coming back to the match, yeah, copy the ID here and paste it here and execute. We'll get one match that is up and running right now. Yeah. So should we make some changes here? So our application is working as expected. So should we go out of the box and add some more enhancements? So if you see in our application, one innings is done, innings over, final over, and record a ball. So we'll see once if new match, it is navigating to new match. So what I want to do, I want to play the second innings as well. So we will explain our problem that we are facing. So currently first innings is done, but is done, but it's not a allowing, no, but it does not have option to play the second innings. Yes, this is a requirement, right? So currently first innings is done, but it does not have option to play the second innings and have a winner. Implement this requirement. So a match should have both, right? First innings and the second innings. We'll see what happens. So how AI will be working on to fulfill our request. So here if you see, the user wants to add second innings support and winner determination to the cricket scoreboard. Let me think about what needs to change. So backend match entity needs an innings as well. Delivery entity needs an innings as well. And get match needs to calculate per innings score. Need a new endpoint or logic to switch innings. Yeah. Winner determines who second innings is over or all wickets down. Yes. On the front end, I need to add a button to start the second innings after the first one ends. Display the target score during the second innings and show a winner banner when it's complete. Yes. So these are the requirements it will be implementing for us. First, add current innings to match entity. So it is updating the match entity for us. So if we match entity, where do we have in the backend? Coming to SRC, and in the match, if you see match entity here, if you see team one, team two deliveries, we have add current. Okay, it's not yet implemented. It did not make changes yet. If you see now, I have a clear picture. Let me implement all the changes. So match entity, add current innings. So here it is. Yeah, it just got added. If you see current innings, it got added. And in delivery entity.ts, if you go back to delivery entity.ts, it has added innings as well. So here also innings is added, whether it is first innings or second innings. And going to the delivery service.ts, so here previously we have a create method, and I think it will be making changes. It did not reach there yet. Only add innings column to delivery entity, update service. So update match service. So add innings is done. Update match service, get score. So it is updating the match service actually. So we'll come to the match service. So previously we had to create a match. Okay, here what it is doing. Okay, calculate stats is one function. Okay, create match, start second innings. If you see here, get score was previously there. This was not there. Start second innings was not there. So it is just added. And then after that, update react app.jsx for second innings, target chase. So scrolling down to below, we can see update react app.jsx for second innings. So we can see this in the UI itself. Before that, once we'll come to the terminals and see how frontend and backend got updated. So one more thing is, because our backend entities are updated, once we'll come to our database and see how tables are reflected. So we'll right click here and refresh. Here if you see, innings is added, current innings. And in the same way in delivery also, we'll reload delivery as well. And in delivery as well, if you see at the end, another column is added, innings one. Yeah. So this is how our entity backend is up, backend is ready, but we are waiting for frontend to be implemented yet. So it is saying that written changes to the file, actually changes are done to the file. We'll drop down this and come to the front end and app.jsx. So we have a lengthy file here. We'll come to the front end and see if any changes are reflecting here. Here if you see, okay, this UI is still the same. I think match is same, right? After moving into the match, we will see any changes. Okay, we'll wait for AI as well till it is done with its implementation. So I think this video goes longer than 15 minutes or 30 minutes that we have chosen because of this additional requirement that we are trying to fulfill. I think we should finish the application. We should not stop in between. Every cricket match should have a start and an end as well. Yeah. So all done, it is trying to tell us. Here is what changed and how it works end to end. So match entity, delivery entity, we have seen delivery service. Second inning starting, we've seen all this and app.jsx, everything. And it is giving the flow as well. So first inning scores normally when legal balls is greater than total overs. 1 hour means 6 balls. 2 overs means 12 balls. When it is done, it will say start second innings, team 2 to bat. That allows team 2 to bat, and clicking it calls the start second innings. So one second innings shows a summary bar with a team one score and the target. A chase meter shows needs X more from Y and we'll get the winner. So we'll come to the UI and see what got changed, and we'll see another India with India 1 or India 11, New Zealand, uh, New Zealand. I think I've given it a wrong name. Yeah, if we'll reduce it to 1 hour only and we'll start the match. Yes, our match is started and here we see addition. This is of first innings and how many number of overs we have in this as well. So we'll play this faster. 2, 4, 6, 1, 6, 2, again a Y, a no ball and a 1. So we are able to see the new thing here. India 11 scored 18 of 0 innings over because it was only 1 hour. So now we'll say start second innings, New Zealand to bat. Now India 11 scored 18 runs, target is 19. So New Zealand has to work on it. So wide, 2, a wicket, a 4 and a 0, and it should be an 18. So we'll give a one more 6, 17. So India 11 wins by 1 run. So India 11, we are able to see this. So this is a complete cycle. We can see here dynamically with one request. So in the initial prompt, the agent has the context. So we have given only a small prompt saying current first innings is done, but it does not have option to play the second innings and have a winner. Implement this requirement. So this one implementation understood the whole application, what it needs, and it implemented itself. Yeah. So coming back to the architecture of the application, here is a full stack application for Gully Cricket Scoreboard. Front end, as we've seen, is React and the UI replicates it, and backend has all the business logic, and in the database we are storing the data. Yes. So adding another point here in extension from previous in this series, if you see, we are not writing any line of code. If you have observed, I did not write any line of code. I architected the requirements. Coding agent is AI agent is working on implementing my requirements. So that we need to understand. So this is how capable the AI agents are in fulfilling our requirements. The prompt is in the description. Try this today. Learn how to manage fast UI state. Stop writing syntax. Start building systems. Subscribe for day 4.